The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and he will take this down to the 10-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 12-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
That one caught out wide by Boykin. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Miles Boykin ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game as the Ravens push further out in front. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Ready, set.
Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We're going Mike 40, Mike 40. Let's go.
Snap.
They'll set up a throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
You ready?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Rush in. Rush in.
Hey, Alpha.
Shoot.
Ready.
Back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Richard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Check me out. 56 to Mike.
2nd and 11. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
He'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams, 43 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Now Jackson on first down. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 42 yards, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now to add the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next to score, Ravens 21, Raiders 7. Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go!
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Ready up.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Coming to you.
Hey, Delta.
2nd and 6. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
First on travel.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Here we go. Set. 60 or.
Let's go. Are you getting the headache? Are you getting the headache?
Bravo.
48th Mike. 48th Mike. Let's go, D.
Right up.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 37. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway in this second half. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
Oh,
This is
you're gonna do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Once again, it's Jacobs. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different.
Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe than returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, box drop.
Second and 1. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now back to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
On the ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
They'll look to throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tim Williams. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there, because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Looking to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 38. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. I'm sure as a rookie, even though this is preseason, Charles, interceptions, you got to eat at you quite a bit.
They certainly do, but here's the problem that he's confronted with. He's not the high draft pick. He's not seen as the next guy. He's got to prove himself to everyone and get noticed. So maybe instead of taking the safer throw, you press it a little bit. Try and push it downfield, try and fit into a tight window. And sometimes interceptions result.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw again. Buying time to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a gain of 35. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Coming. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 4. Check 4.
Ready.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Come on, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Ready.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jacobs. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and goal at the Ravens' 2-yard line.
They come out here in the eye. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Chance.
Blue draw Corker.
26.
Shoot.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Got to figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
Danny. Check the back.
On 3rd down, Richard. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Carlson on for the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go play action with Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up, taking it right down Broadway. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First down, Ravens.
Ready? 70, Indy.
59, Mike to 59. Man, I got you.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Dancing to his left. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Come on, boy. Get it.
Looking to throw. Brewster. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Brewster. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second and 2 at the 33-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Raiders on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Phelps. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 38-yard line.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Back to throw. Phelps, incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Richard. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. And that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Let's go. 10-2 stop.
56 is the mark. Focus, defense, focus. Check 15. Check 15.
General West.
Switch.
Fight.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Throwing on third and long. Phelps. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Hey, Echo. Echo.
On fourth down, Phelps. Catch made, it's Moreau. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
On second down now, Richard. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. That second down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
That's it, baby.
Protein spill.
Big hit. Undercrush, undercrush.
Undercrunch. Deep grip.
They'll keep it on the ground. Richard, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
49's a mug. 49's a mug. Watch the slant. 49.
On fourth down, Phelps. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get them about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 17-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Stop your whining.
They'll keep it on the ground. Milton, he's got a first down past the 30. And down right around the 37. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 37-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll run on first down. Milton, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Oakland.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like